The house smelled of roasted chicken and polished wood, a scent I had always associated with safety. Everyone was gathered in the living room, laughing, clinking glasses. My brother walked in last, shoulders squared in his crisp uniform, medals catching the soft light. Applause erupted, hugs were exchanged, and I felt the familiar warmth of family pride. He was the hero we had always imagined. I lifted my glass to toast. Then my husband's voice, low, almost imperceptible, cut through the hum of celebration. "Run a background check." I froze. The words hung in the air between us, light as a whisper, heavy as a stone. I turned toward him, eyes searching for a hint of jest, but there was only the quiet certainty in his gaze. Hesitation pulsed through me. Could I betray my family like this? Or was ignoring it a betrayal of truth? I watched my brother move through the crowd, smiling, shaking hands, joking as if nothing could touch him. And yet, something in the way he held himself, the practiced ease, the subtle distancing, pricked at memory. In childhood photos, in whispered stories, in old letters, there were tiny inconsistencies, odd pauses, stories that didn't quite line up. I had dismissed them then. Could I dismiss them now? Later, when the family had dispersed to prepare dinner, I slipped into the study and began the search. It was quiet work, methodical. Each name, each record, each minor discrepancy built a lattice of unease. My pulse did not race. Panic did not scream. It settled into a slow, aching dread. I realized, as I pieced together the fragments, that I had more leverage now than I had ever imagined. Knowledge itself became a quiet power, one that needed no display. Days passed. I watched, observed, listened. My brother laughed with our parents, but sometimes he would pause, glance at me, as if measuring how much I knew. The household shifted subtly. I did not speak. I did not confront. But the atmosphere carried a new tension, unspoken yet undeniable. Then came the moment I could not postpone. Official verification arrived at a notice, a document, a formal confirmation that some of the heroics attributed to him were false, and others were deliberately concealed. Authority had intervened visibly, concrete, undeniable. The air in the house changed instantly, though decorum remained. No one shouted, no one broke down. The truth had arrived quietly, but its weight was felt in every glance, every pause, every careful movement. Family reactions were muted, restrained. My parents' pride faltered into confusion and disbelief. My brother's confident smile was tighter now, measured. And I, standing apart, watching, felt a strange, still satisfaction. Not joy, not triumph, only clarity, dignity regained without fanfare. I did not gloat, I did not strike, I merely knew. In the evenings, I would sit alone in the study, remembering the laughter that had seemed so complete, the pride that had seemed so absolute. It was gone, replaced by caution, by quiet tension. Some bonds were frayed beyond repair, others remained fragile, careful. I could not undo the past, nor could I erase what I now understood. But I could navigate the present with awareness, and that was a small, measured victory. The house continued to function. Meals were shared. Conversations occurred. Life went on. But beneath it all, I carried the knowledge, the authority of understanding that could not be contested. The hero of our family was no longer unassailable. I did not celebrate his fall. I simply observed. I remembered. And I lived carefully, armed with the quiet power of truth.